Working with children with autism can be tough, but what happens in those first few weeks of therapy can make all the difference.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Gamer. I want to do this video that's especially here for therapists out there. I would like to inform about how my personal therapist has worked with me since my parents divorced, and we still have a really good connection to this day. So with therapists, I like to go all the way back to the first day, the first week. When working with children with autism. It can be tough. It can be hard. It's because it's different, and autism can be a wild card, as I would say sometimes, just for playfulness. Now here's how my therapist did when I was given therapists to talk to and interact with. So what he did was when we got to him, it was mostly visits. It was mostly visits, not to talk about things, but rather we were instead talking about our interests. Like I was very interested in animation and filmmaking, and we all talked about that. We talked about video games, and even to the point where I was playing a little video game when we were talking, not making eye contact, but just kind of casually talking. And he did this on purpose because for the next 2 weeks, we pretty much just had some casual conversations of just talking about whatever comes to mind. And then after those 2 weeks, this was when I felt more comfortable to be open with what's been going on, more of on the serious situations, like with family and friends and school and all that hard stuff, I guess you can say. So yeah, so because that's what therapists do. That's what good therapists do. They want to help out. It's their job. They want to help out with children and young adults, whether they have autism or otherwise. It's always kind of nice to talk to someone and to have someone to just listen, because that's me. I think that's one of the best ways to do it when helping with others with autism. And I do know that people with autism, they have so much to share, so much to give, and all they really deserve in the world is someone who just listens. And these things can work. It's listening works for autism works, and for therapists, that's pretty much how it went down. For the first day, first week, and first couple of weeks, it all started from casual conversations, and to build up this trust, to build up this feeling of being comfortable with what to be talked about. Going from animation and filmmaking to talking about school and classmates and family and what's been going on there, and what we can do to help. And lastly, I will say that the latest uh, talk that we had with my therapist, that we had together, it was on the lines of for being much more social, and kind of lonesome at one time, and he recommended this thing called Meetup, and sure enough, I went all the way to Seattle to play a new card game that I never played before. It's called what's it called? It's Intimate Domain, and it's a space game with cards and a board, and well, for me, I'm not really good at explaining these things, but I feel like science fiction and conquer planets and all that kind of thing. Give it a try. The point is that he recommended these different tools for how to deal with lonesomeness, and sure enough, it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun meeting new people and getting to know a new gang. It's adventure. It's that's kind of thing, and that's what I kind of enjoy about my personal therapist. And so, what are your favorite moments for your therapist? So, when you go one on one with someone with your therapist, it's quite a nice experience. It feels much more personal. I guess you can say, and I highly recommend one on one in person therapists. It's to me it works. It really works. If it works for me, it'll work for you too. So so yeah, just give it a try. Let's tell me what's or some positive experiences with your therapist. Say, what was the first day like? What was the first week like, or the first couple of weeks, maybe even the first month? And because everyone has their own story to tell, and and I do believe it's very and our utmost importance to listen to these stories and to make these moments work. So this is Tyler McNamer of Autism Works, and it's time to get to work. Thank you all very much. Get to work to make it work. Thank you very much.